Students have been guided by teachers since preschool. They are more than just an educator, they are a mentor, a confidant, and even a friend. And a lot of people believe that teachers only execute a lesson plan, but they carry out other roles such as being a parent or a counselor. Teachers play an enormous role in development for students, no matter the age or grade, and a teacher's role is considerably different than it in recent times than it was 20 years ago. Back then, teachers would teach a certain curriculum and a certain way to teach it. Now, they are able to have more creativity, and there are even different styles of learning to help those students that learn in different ways, and these are visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Being a teacher gives the opportunity for a teacher to learn about themselves and step out of their comfort zone. A teacher learns how to work with others, communicate effectively, and teach efficiently. And according to Candy Davis, teachers have a different way of dealing with stress, and they tend to have good time management because of the outside work required to teach effectively. This outside work could include planning lessons, grading assignments, reaching out to students and family members, reaching out to other faculty, and teachers learn an abundant amount of information from their students due to their students expressing themselves in the classroom and the different perspectives they bring to the table. Choosing to be a teacher in this country, especially for children that are easily influenced, is one of the most rewarding professions, even though they may come across the difficult situation that could include protecting students from school shooters. One of the most intense fears of teachers and students is the possibility of their school being involved in a school shooting. In the past, the school was their safe spot and a place where they could work. It was a place they could grow as individuals, mentally and socially, but now they have to be afraid of the world around them. According to Antonius Katsianis, in less than 18 years, we have seen more deaths related to school shootings in the whole 20th century. One of the trends of these shootings is that they're adolescents, meaning gun access is becoming easier to obtain. And the most common people that do these horrifying shootings are white males, and they are most commonly 18 to 25 years old. School shootings have become a huge fear among the society in the United States, and according to Statistica, there have been 28 school shootings so far in 2020. Now, this is the lowest it's been in a long time because we are in virtual school. There's a huge debate on what schools should be doing in order to prevent those kinds of situations from occurring. Experts have studied what causes school shootings in order to prevent them from happening. It's necessary to understand what the motives are and behind the people that are doing these school shootings. Many of the people that do these attacks are oftentimes victims of bullying in school. They turn these frustrations against their classmates, teachers, and school in general. An injustice collector is a term that is used for individuals that believe they have been attacked as a person and treated unfairly. Sometimes the individual keeps a list of people that have mistreated them. Attacking a school is, in a sense, an act of revenge from what was happening in their past. Another cause of a school shooting is that the perpetrator is aware of the amount of the attention that they'll receive from social media after the shooting has been done. A lot of the time, these shootings occur in relatively short periods of time. This seems to support the belief that the perpetrator is copying previous killers in hopes of getting a higher level of media exposure. Mental health problems have also been suggested as one of the causes. Most school shooters were mentally ill or showed severe symptoms of mental health problems. People also live in a culture of violence in movies, video games, music, comic books, and everything that anyone has interests in. People also live in a culture that allows for this to happen, and they don't realize the effects. And according to APA, it's commonly debated that the younger a person is exposed to these types of behavior, the more likely they are to act upon them. In the US, it's relatively easy to gain access to any type of weapon, while in other countries, school shootings aren't as likely to occur because of harsher gun laws. It is often debated on whether or not teachers should have guns in their desks to protect their classrooms in this sort of debate. This problem is huge in the United States, and there are several ways people can prevent from this type of thing from happening. Schools can stand up and put an end to bullying. They can enforce zero tolerance policy. And of course, you can't 100% prevent from the bullying occurring, but you can change it in a way that people deal with one another and to just be simply nicer to each other. When it comes to the mental health stigma, it's important to realize the importance of good mental health, educating the students on that, and self-empowerment, become informed, seek help, and the encouragement of open-mindedness. It's important for schools to have therapy services for students to take advantage of when something in their life is occurring. It also needs to be made aware of how much violence and entertainment a child is exposed to at a young age is affecting them. It needs to be made aware about also the safety of the schools, and installing detectors at the entrance of schools would prevent any weapons from entering a building, and it can be expensive, but if a school shooting were to happen, the school would close down. Parents would want to send their school somewhere else, so they'd be losing money from that. Make it a choice for teachers on whether or not they feel it is necessary to keep a gun locked in their desk during school, even though these are terrifying incidences. They will still continue to occur periodically, and it's necessary to take part in steps to prevent it from happening so frequently. In 2020 and upcoming years, teachers are needed now more than ever. Teachers are needed now because Americans expect more from teachers in school, especially with the virtual learning. Teachers are the people that there are for students during the most critical points of their development, and teachers get to see how much progress they will have in just a short chapter of their life. Teachers are needed to help understand and not just helping them get through standardized tests, but also understand lessons that they will need to use later in life. The rewards of becoming a teacher is like no other job because teachers see the impact they have on their students every day. There will never be a dull moment in the teaching field because education is always changing and improving to make schools more impactful for years to come. And also, I know it's a little bit different because it's a video that I'm sending, but this is my visual. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.